I'm Stephen Kinzer, author of The True Flag, Theodore, Roosevelt, Mark Twain, and the Birth of American Empire. The United States has intervened more often in more countries further away from our own shores than any other country. So how did we get this way, and when did it start? Sometimes we look for the beginnings of this reach toward global power at the period after World War II. But actually it started earlier than that. It's back in the period of 1898, 1899. The arguments that pressed America into those first seizures of foreign territories are much the same as the arguments we've been hearing ever since. There are a whole series of them. A big one is, of course, economic. We're looking for resources and we're looking for markets. One of the senators who was arguing for taking the Philippines, for example, made a long speech in which he listed all the great resources, the minerals, the farmland that was available in the Philippines. And then he pulled out of his pocket a gold nugget that he said he had found in a stream in the Philippines and held it up. Now, there was no photography allowed in the Senate, but what a great image that would have been to show what America looks for when it projects power overseas. Economics plays a big role in it, but that's not the only reason why we're interested in expanding. Part of the goal is strategic. We feel that we can project our influence around the world by taking or at least subduing countries in various continents that can be used as bases or platforms from which we can project our influence. There's also, I think, a more psychological explanation for this. Part of it is religious. Americans have a missionary ethos. We feel that we want to go out and show the world all the wonderful things we have and make them do things our way. We believe we found the key to a successful, prosperous, free life, and we want to push that on other people, especially people who are so backward that they don't even know they need our help. We are a teaching nation, not a learning nation. We want to go out and teach everybody how to live a good life. And we sometimes forget that people have had many centuries to figure this out themselves and may not want to live the way that we want to live. The other psychic aspect of this is that Americans are compulsive activists. By nature, we want to control the course of events. Americans don't like to understand things. We like to do things. The idea of sitting back and allowing history to unfold seems vaguely un-American. We don't really stop to ask ourselves whether our interventions are actually going to help people in the target country and enhance our security. We jump into them without really considering all the implications. We have a whole host of factors, political, strategic, economic, religious, cultural, that drive us to do this. Americans are driven to win, to command, to dominate, and there were so many European powers out in the colonial world, we felt we needed to join that race.